This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
A blessed day to you, all my viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday so far. Yes, my viewers and subscribers. So we have a couple of things to talk about in this one. We know that the West Indies tour of Australia is done and dusted. As I would have reported in my video that I did early this morning, we ended up losing both tests and coming away with not much from the series. You understand? But there's something that I want to talk to you guys about. I saw where we would have seen where Brian Lara and Carl Hooper would have taken to the West Indies dressing room and they were talking to the players. So they had to do that difficult talk to the players. We're going to talk about that. Plus, we're going to also take a look at that test match that is going on between Pakistan and England. Yes, my peeps, a very tight one. Going to talk about that. But before we go any further, please remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe to the channel. And remember, my peeps, we are going to be live at 6 p.m. today. So make sure you come on out and give us a listen. All right, so just before we go down into the England versus Pakistan. So West Indies coming out of Australia. You know, not a lot of positives to look forward to. You know, probably only young Tejner and Shandopal getting his debut and scoring some runs. But one of the things that I noticed on the CWI website is that, you know, the legends Carl Hooper and Brian Lara, they were there after the second and final test match in the dressing room, going around meeting and greeting and talking to the players, taking some photos and things like that. Because, you know, after a defeat like this in the second test, you know, you can just imagine that the players are definitely going to want some sort of moral support, you know, just to hear some words of encouragement. And Lara and Carl Hooper, these guys would have been through it and they would have done that. So, you know, they were there in the dressing room talking to the players. We would have seen a couple of the players, not all of them in the photos, but we can imagine that all the players got a chance to meet and greet with Lara and Carl Hooper. You know, people like Raston Chase and Anderson Phillip and Brooks and all of them guys can be seen, you know, talking and shaking hands and stuff like that. So, too good cricketing brain for the players to really sit and have a talk with, to see, you know, what they could have done different in the second test match especially, and you know what they need to do going forward. As I would have indicated, young Tejner and Shandopal coming into a setup that is struggling and being you know, amongst the runs is definitely going to give him confidence. But just imagine Carl Hooper and Brian Lara giving you praise and saying, listen, this was brilliant, this was well done, and it was good to see you coming to Australia and being able to score some runs in your debut, you understand, and making your debut. So you know, we were definitely happy to see the guys talking to them over this. Well, I don't want to say it's just these two test matches that these guys are involved, but it was definitely good to see the likes of Lara and Carl Hooper in and around the squad. You know, we know Carl Hooper, he lives there in Australia if I'm not mistaken, and he also does some coaching there, so it would have been relatively easy for him to come across and to basically talk to the players. We would have seen him giving players their hat. I think he handed over the hat on the second test to one of the players. So, you know, it was definitely good to see him there. You know, it's not like he made the trip there to Australia to watch and to talk to them. He lives there, but it was definitely good to see him in and around the team. Brian Lara, as you guys know, he is doing some commentary work, so and things. So it was good to see him taking time out and speaking with the guys, posing for a photo and thing. You know, we would have seen him during the intervals, you know, well, probably not in the intervals, after games or before games, talking to the players, showing them stuff. I saw a clip of him walking Joshua De Silva through some stuff, you know, and it's definitely good. These are things that commentators like Curtly Ambrose and Ian Bishop, they usually do these sort of things. So it's nothing new that Lara is doing. You know, Bishop and Curtly Ambrose and these guys usually talk to the players during the games. It's just that Lara is a man that will pose for the camera more. So, it was good. It was definitely good, my viewers and subscribers, to see them. So the next test will be for us to take on Zimbabwe in 2 test matches in January, right? We go up against Zimbabwe in January in 2 test matches, and then in February we have South Africa. I didn't even remember that we had Zimbabwe. I was just thinking about South Africa. Zimbabwe definitely going to give us a run for our money, just the same. You understand? Just as how we went in the first test match and gave Australia all we had, we expect the Zimbabweans to do the same thing. So yeah. Shout out to the players and things. So it's gonna be Zimbabwe, and then we're gonna have to go up against South Africa. So we get a little bit of break from the rapid pace. The guys get a chance to go up against Zimbabwe to see what they can do, and then they go up against South Africa again, my viewers and subscribers. So yeah, that is basically where it is at. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about before I leave is that game that is going on between England and Pakistan. England scoring 281 and 275. You understand? That is in their first and second innings. So England had 281 in their first innings. Pakistan, they were bowled out for 202. England went in and made 275 all out. Now Pakistan, they are 198 for 4. So Pakistan need 157 runs to win. And as you can imagine, they have day 4 and 5 to go. So quite a few, not a lot of runs, and they have wickets in the bag. So we're just gonna have to keep an eye on things to see how it will work out. Batting for England, the youngster Brook, he has definitely he made his debut and he's making his mark so far. In the first innings for England, Duckett had 63, Pope had 60. And Ben Stokes, he had 30 from 38. Mark Wood had 36 from 27. And bowling in that first innings for Pakistan, we had Ahmed getting 7 for 114. Quite a few people saying that this man is the next big thing, so we're going to keep an eye on that. And in the Pakistan chase, Babar Azam had 75. He was the top scorer. Shakil had 63. So those were the two guys that top scored. Bowling in that first innings for England, Jack Leach, he had 4 for 98, while Joe Root picked up 2. And we would have seen Anderson and Ollie Robinson getting 1. Mark Wood was able to chip in with 2 also. Now, in that second innings where England made 275, we had Duckett getting 79 and Harry Brook getting 108. Ben Stokes getting 41 or 51. You understand? And bowling in that second innings for Pakistan, it was Ahmed again getting 4 for 120, while Mahmood got 3 for 52. So Pakistan, they are currently batting on 198 for 4, needing 157 runs to win. So far, scoring for Pakistan, we had Shafiq. He was dismissed by Mark Wood for 45. Rizwan had 30. Babar Azam only made 1. And Shakil is on 54, not out. Imlak Olhak is on 60. And amongst the wicket so far, we have Anderson, Mark Wood, Leash, and Root. They have all taken 1 wicket. So this one is going to be a close one, my peeps. As I said, 157 runs to win. Couple of days remaining. If Pakistan settle down and bat, they definitely can get it. England going to be searching for those couple of wickets, and as I said, Pakistan will be looking to try and see if they can see it out. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this one, my viewers and subscribers. We're going to leave it right there for now. Sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Big up on yourself, my peeps.